Hello and welcome to Garland ISD Natatorium. Bobby George here with my partner Layla Atuna, North Garland graduate.
Yes, sir.
We're welcome you guys here to the 9-6A District Championship swim meet here in Rowlett, Texas. This is the first Garland ISD or GRS-TV meet that we've been here. And we are so excited to bring in this great natatorium, watch these great athletes perform in this 9-6A District Championship. A lot of things have changed since you graduated from North Garland.
Yes, they have. They've been so different. We went from a 6-lane, 25-yard pool to this beautiful natatorium here, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm really excited to see this meet.
Yeah, it's great. They've got over a 1,200-seat stadium here that we're setting up in, over 30 lanes of swim lanes here, and they have the upper high diving board, low diving board. You can do all kinds of competitions here. I believe they're even opening it up to different sports as well. Now we're going to get ready here. We're going to go into the first one, the girls 200 medley, and we are going to have Garland in lane 3 with Kathy Wynn and Saxey, lane 4, and North Garland in lane 5.
I really love the medley relay here because it's completely different than the 200 individual medley. So when we do the medley relay, it'll go from backstroke to breaststroke to butterfly to freestyle, rather than on the 200 individual medley, it normally starts off with butterfly. So I'm excited to see some of the relay starts here. We'll see if they utilize the fin or not.
Saxey looks like they are in the lead. They had a great preliminary time of 2:21.52. North Garland and Garland in lane 3s and 5s. Hazina Masui is in the lead here in lane 5.
And she has a beautiful breaststroke there, keeping her head down, making sure it's not up too high, not dragging any of that water with her. And she's just a freshman, so I can't wait to see what she does as she continues on here.
Perfect relay there. Really starting to get some distance between first and second.
But let's see as North Garland dives in here. It looks like she's coming for that second place position with that butterfly.
Really making up some ground on second place.
That's Phoenix Ward there. She's going to be an interesting one to watch during this swim meet today.
Phoenix Ward's been looked at by many colleges.
And I understand with that beautiful butterfly there that she just did. Under 30-second butterfly in that relay from Phoenix Ward. I'm very impressed.
Saxey finishes it right there.
26.3. That is a faster freestyle than any of the 50 girls freestyles that we have on the individual races today.
They pumped up. District championship on the line here. Saxey taking it there, North Garland, then Garland. Boys 200-yard medley is next. They are getting in the stands. Lane 3 is Garland. Lane 4, Saxey. Lane 5, North Garland. For Garland, it'll be Alexander Kirkland, Saxey Braven Lewis starting out, and for North Garland, Marcus Mendoza.
Beautiful underwater from Lewis Braven there. He almost went to the 15-meter marker, but North Garland's pulling ahead. Let's see, Marcus Mendoza. Perfect flip turn.
As close as race. This is a very close race so far. Everybody is neck and neck.
Breaststroke is one of those strokes that kind of makes or breaks people, unfortunately. We'll see it in the 200 IM especially. Sometimes you go out there and you have a strong butterfly and backstroke, and then everyone starts coming from your own breaststroke.
Having to use that upper body to pull your head up out of the water just seems exhausting. Saxy does have the lead, but it is a very small one.
And it's a very beautiful butterfly in Saxy there. I'm not sure. It looks like he's really going to pull ahead here after that turn.
Yeah, it's so important to be able to hit that wall and kick off and get a great turn. Yeah, they really broke away right there at the end.
Yes, and swimming's different than other sports too. You know, right here we can kind of see the clear definition of where it's going to be, but in the 50 freeze we'll really see it can be a fingertip that makes that difference.
Oh,
you
yeah.
lose by 0.06 seconds sometimes.
Oh, it's getting rowdy. Looks like Garland is pulling up to North Garland here. Are they going to get it?
Yes, exactly what I mean. That 0.3 second difference can be anything. Finger was just a little bit longer than mine. You kicked just a little bit harder than me on that last breath.
So it was Saxy, North Garland, and Garland in that order. Event 3, girls 200-yard freestyle.
And I believe they're going to be taking a little bit of a 5-minute break. And you know, when I was in high school, we did not have that. And I swam the 200 freestyle, and we would go right out of that 200 medley relay, go immediately after the boys, and go do your 200 free. So this 5-minute break, I'm really glad for them. Really makes a difference, honestly.
Yeah, especially if you've got some people that are in the same event. They need that break.
Exactly.
So we'll have a few of the replays here. See, perfect how long she was in the water on that dive.
Yes. I love to see some backstroke. As a backstroker myself, you know, I really have it a special place in my heart watching it.
How do you train for that?
You know, it's all in the kick. There's so much kick base in backstroke. Your legs are basically jello by the time you're standing out of there. But that stroke rate, you kind of just pull as hard as you can, but really almost everything comes from that kick.
Just a great effort right there.
Good underwater pull out from North Garland right there. You know, in breaststroke, it's not like the other ones where you can just kick off the wall as much as you can. You only get one butterfly kick and one breaststroke kick underwater there. Everything else is a nice solid glide. You'll see it right here. Right here from North Garland. Pull down, breaststroke kick, and that's all she gets. She has to glide the rest of the way up. So you have to kind of pick.
Here are the boys. Start. Yeah, so you only get that one kick, and then you can't kick anymore until you're up out of the water, right?
On breaststroke, yes.
Breaststroke.
And then on all the other ones, you'll see here on these boys on the backstroke, they're going to kick as many dolphin kicks as they can right before the surface, and they hit that flutter kick.
It was a great tight race right there until the very end, and then it became a race for second and third, and it got rowdy in here. Everybody was cheering because it was such a close race. You're right, it's basically fingertip difference when you touch that wall.
Wow, North Garland right there has a great stroke rate on his breaststroke, kind of pulling him ahead.
Here are the results. Oh, it's Saxy. Saxy with a 2.00 and North Garland with 2.18. Rowlett with 2.23.
I believe the Saxy girls have a chance of breaking 2 minutes when they go to regionals. Hopefully they'll have that good little push of that energy and get them under that 2-minute mark. Just a nice, smooth butterfly. I love to watch it.
and start. All right, here's the boys' results. Looks like Saxe with 151, North Garland 153, and Rowlett at 154. Saxe taking it. All right, we're at event number 3, girls 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Olivia Aubert. Lane 2, Isabel Dyer. Lane 3, from Lakeview Centennial, Madison Galigas. Lane 4, Stephanie Florina. Lane 5, Sophia Ramirez. Lane 6, Novelle Elmore. Lane 7, Haley Sanchez. Lane 8, Nadia Robles from Lakeview Centennial.
You know, I swam the 200 free my senior year of high school. I was like, oh, I don't want to be a sprinter anymore. I don't want to do the 50 free anymore. Let me go for the 200. And what I learned immediately, the 200 free is definitely still a sprint. They are going to be working really hard here to come out nice and fast. Look at that, 28.5 on the start.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Stephanie Florina in lane 4 with the fastest prelim time at 2:10.
Yeah, the important thing here on the 200 free is you got to find how can you go fast without completely dying out, because that third 50 is going to kick your behind.
yeah, it's a long race. It's impressive that Florina is just a sophomore and being able to, have a 2:10 time in the preliminaries.
2:10 as a sophomore, I believe she could definitely break 2:10 at regionals, and I would love to see her break 2 minutes before she finishes her high school career in Garland.
Yeah, she's got 2 more years of this. She's barely even creating a wake. It's very smooth.
Very smooth, and you'll notice with some of those more distant swimmers, they do that every other stroke breathing. So you'll see her take a breath every single time on that right side there. Kind of gives her a good stutter kick where you can really push through each of your breaths.
Yeah, and I see in lane 5, Sophia Ramirez. She is really picking it up. She's keeping her head underwater for 2 strokes instead of 1. And she is making up a lot of ground here.
And then we got a close race here in lane 6 and 7. Lane 7's trying to come up behind, and we have lane 3 and 2 as well, all kind of neck and neck for that third place position.
So Stephanie Florina comes in first. Sophia Ramirez right behind her for second.
With new best time from both of them, 2:04 and 2:10.
Both, yeah, great times. They're both from Saxe, teammates. And you get lane 6 and 7. Another Saxe, so they take first, second, and third.
And it looks like we have new best times for almost every girl in this heat here.
Yeah, and that's, again, it's a lot of times it's about the sport in your teams. Also, you got to take in considerations of how you participate as an individual, and getting your best time is also a victory.
Yes, and we got all new best times in this entire heat. Everybody got a new best time. I'm really impressed with these ladies.
Really nice job.
It's not easy to drop time.
All right, we're going straight into the boys 200-meter freestyle. In lane 1 from North Garland, that's Sebastian Lawless. David Castro in lane 2. Alexander Kirkland in lane 3. Landon Din in lane 4, senior. Lane 5 is Tristan Harris from North Jonathan Rodriguez, lane 6, Xander Heaney in lane 7, and Alexander Trin in lane 8.
I'm excited for this race here between lane 4 and 5. We have Landon Den and Tristan Harris with only a 1 second difference on their seed times. Landon Den looks really relaxed here. Seems like he might be one of those people that kind of comes out real hard at the end of their 200. Tristan Harris with a 25.66 on his first 50. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's really pushing it right now. And now you got to wonder if he's going to be able to hang on for the rest of the laps.
I know, that's amazing. Let's see, this 100 here is definitely going to be under a minute.
But he does look smooth. And a big turn in lane 3 as well, and Alexander Kirkland.
Wow, Tristan Harris with the 53.56 on the first 100. Went out in a 25, came back in a 27. Very impressive on a 200 free.
Tristan Harris is kind of breaking away. And it is a very close race right now in lane
4 and 3.
4 and 3, yeah.
Landon Den, though, you know, he has that top seed. You never know what he's going to pull on this last 50 here.
That's right. The endurance, that's what it's all about.
Yes, but I think this is good for Alexander Kirkland. Let's see. He's going to really try to chase him down here. I can see him picking up on his kick and on his stroke rate.
Here it is. Let's see what they've got. They really got to push it if they're going to make some ground.
Alexander Kirkland really trying to chase down Landon Den on that wall there.
Wow, big time right there for Tristan Harris, the junior from Naaman Forest. Tristan Harris, Landon Den from Saxe, and Alexander Kirkland from Rowlett, bringing in the top 3. Lane 8, Alexander Trin just finishing. And we'll have the results right here for the girls 200. The official times. There you can see Stephanie Florina. The 2:04 from Saxe. Saxe takes first, second, and third place. Event number 5, the girls 200 yard IM. Lane 2 will be Crystal Pacheca from North Garland. Lane 3, Savannah Mullins for Saxe. Lane 4, Sydney Shelton for Lakeview Centennial. Lane 5, Sophia Bunton from Saxe. Jana Arena in 6. And Katie Wynn in 7, both from Saxe. Sydney Shelton here had the best time with 2:24. She's been looked at by a lot of places. I think Howard University has accepted her to swim with them in the fall.
She has such a nice, smooth, long dolphin kick there. You see her heels really flicking up at the end of that butterfly stroke. I'm excited to see. I believe she is a breaststroker.
And now they're on their back. I've always wondered how they know how to keep going straight, not zigzag all over the place here.
And you know, I swam backstroke for years, and I think there is no key to not zigzagging. I'll be honest with you. Especially on those outdoor meets, sun in your eyes, you just hope for the best.
You have the sundial in your eyes, I guess, huh?
Exactly. And you know, the 200 IM, as I was saying earlier with the medley, it's really a breaststroker's race, and Sydney Shelton is a breaststroker, so I'm really, really excited to see what she can do on this 50 breast here and if she'll pull further ahead.
Sophia Bonin doing very well to keep up with her. She also had the best, the second best with a 2:43 in prelims.
And I'm excited to see this race for third. We've got the ladies in 6, 7, and 3 really pushing on their breaststroke here.
Yeah, Savannah Mullins over there at Saxe as well. They're getting a lot of cheering from their teammates.
I love the way the breaststroke cheer sounds because that's the only stroke where when you're swimming, you can really hear people cheering for you. You can definitely tell they're there.
Coming up all the way out of the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great turn by Sydney Shelton on the wall. There she finishes.
Right on her best time right there. Basically a new best time, 0.27 second drop. Let's see, 0.27, 0.23 second drop.
Yeah, so we got Sydney Shelton in first, Sophia Bonin second right there. Lakeview, representing Lakeview Centennial and Saxe.
Sophia Bonin with a 9-second drop right there. I'm sure she's very pleased with that race.
Excellent race for her. Lane 3 finishes in Savannah Mullins from Saxe. Got a 2:54, right at her time. So great race from these individuals. Boy, just the endurance that you have to be able to finish a race of that long and in a competition like this, their heart rate's got to be going crazy.
And medley's really so taxing, you know, doing all those different strokes. You can't just be good at one of them.
Right, you got to do all of them. So we're getting ready for the event number 6, the boys 200-yard IM. We'll go straight into lane 2. Sebastian Perez for Rowlett. Lane 3, Baden Grubishi from Saxe. Lane 4, Wesley Bender from Rowlett. Lane 5, Ricky Roman. Lane 6, Brendan Garcia. And lane 7, Clint Terry for North Garland.
I'm really excited for this one here. You know, the boys have almost the exact same seed time there. We have a 2:17:31 and a 2:17:78. So
yeah, both from sophomores and freshmen. Both are freshmen and sophomores with that time. So they're going to have a great 3 and 4 years left.
Exactly. We have
just
almost,
to get better.
Almost an entire heat of underclassmen, and I'm just like so excited to see how GISD as a whole is going to grow in the next few years.
You know, it's because of this big natatorium that has really brought a lot more people into the sport. When you're having to get up, like you were telling me before the broadcast, getting up at 4 in the morning to go practice, and you're having to get shipped in, you know, from a bus to a long distance away to go be able to practice. Now you just come right over here off of George Bush and Firewheel Parkway, and you're right in the gym. So it's a very, very exciting time for Garland ISD.
I know, I really cannot wait to see how it grows. As a freshman, there was only 4 people on my team. We actually didn't even have enough for a relay because it was 2 boys and 2 girls. So we couldn't even have our own relay.
And now look where this thing is at.
I love it. And I love this race right here. It's going to be pretty close between, let's see, Bowden Gerbzik.
Yeah, lane 2 and 5.
Yes.
Sebastian Perez and Ricky Roman.
Yes, Ricky Roman here with this breaststroke, trying to chase down Bowden in lane 3. It's going to come down to this 50 free. It looks like they're almost neck and neck on the 50 breast here.
This is so exciting. I love this race. So many different types of swimming that you have to do in this one. Here we go.
Almost identical flips on the wall. Let's see. I bet they can see each other. They actually both breathe right towards each other.
Lane 2 and lane 5 coming in strong.
They're looking right at each other.
Reach.
Wow.
Who gets it? It looks like it was Ricky Roman, the freshman from North Garland. And Bowden Grushin from Saxe for number 3rd spot.
And just a .31 difference there, and best times for all of these 3 boys here, though.
Again, Wesley Bender from Rowlett takes the victory. again, sometimes it's about just winning your personal best. Even when you come in last, you have to have so much endurance and so much work, and so much have it been put in time and time and time in the water trying to get ready for this race.
And that is a 3-second drop in that lane for Clint Terry. I'm really impressed. I feel like everybody's having new best times today. I love to see it.
Now they're on TV. It gives you a little bit of extra, little
boost.
gumph. Yeah. So girls 50-yard freestyle. Here's a nice quick sprint. Lane 1 is going to be Nia Hernandez. Lane 2, Hasina Mashu. 3, Julia McCoy. 4, Hannah Salmon. Number 5, Jalen Ruiz. 6, Ava No. And 7 is Elizabeth Ariola.
You know, with the 50 free, it's just about keep your head down, kick as hard as you can, and get to the end. I'm excited to see hopefully some no breathers here. This is not one of those ones where you want to be breathing every other stroke.
No, you've got to really push it.
Exactly. Keep your head down and sprint.
This is what you do when you're out and you're racing your cousins in the swimming pool. That's what this one is. Wow. Lane 3, Julia McCoy from North Garland.
And Julia McCoy took that breath at the flags and put her head down and was like, I'm finishing this race.
Yeah, she hit it at 3:31.
30:31.
30:31.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice race. Lane 4, Ania Dempsey comes in second. And lane 3, lane 5, Chloe Hedgecock comes in third. So here's the second heat of that race. Kaylee Trang in lane 1, Emily George in lane 2, Phoenix Ward 3, Ania Dempsey lane 4, Chloe Hedgecock in lane 5, Peyton Ross in lane 6, Alejandra Dion Garcia in lane 7, Miriam Tony in lane 8, and man, they are cooking.
We got 3 ladies under 28 seconds here in this race, so let's see what they've got. Anaya in lane 4 trying to keep her head down, but I know she can see him coming for her.
Oh, it's so close.
Wow, great race.
4, 3, and 5.
Wow, sub 27 seconds from these ladies. We've got Anaya Dempsey, Phoenix Ward, and Chloe Hedgecock all under 27 seconds. I love to see it.
Yeah,
that's going to make them competitive at regionals.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost a second off their best time in the prelims.
And it's hard to drop time on a 50 free. That is a really impressive drop from these ladies, and I'm really excited for them at regionals. That's really going to put them up.
They've got to be excited about their time as well. All right, going straight into the event number 8, the boys 50-yard freestyle. Lane 3, Sean Rush. Lane 4, Rogie Villa. Lane 5, Noah Seneschal. So lane 4, Rhodey Villa has the best time in prelims, but boy, they are all so close. I mean, they are all within a couple of milliseconds from each other.
Wow, yeah. 74, 76, and 78. It's really going to come down to, can I put my head down and finish?
Hit it. Give it your all. Very nice job. 4, 5, and 3 are the lanes in that order. And we'll go straight into the second heat of that. Lane 1 is Aiden Bill. 2, Nolan. 3, Joshua De Leon Garcia. Lane 4, Evan Wilson. 5 is Landon Wynn. 6 is Derek Thomas. Lane 7 is Derek Pendleton.
Evan Wilson with a sub 25-second time in lane 4. I'm really interested in seeing how he does this. Let's see, one breath on the way down.
Well, see how far they stayed underwater there. So lane 4, he's got the lead. Evan Wilson.
Evan Wilson with a 2-breather 50 freestyle, only 2 breaths, and I believe that is a new best time for him, 24:25. And we've got another gentleman under 25 seconds, so happy for him. Jose De Leon Garcia, amazing new best time. Wow, ladies sub 27 and men sub 25. This is what I like to see.
right, it looks like they're going to go ahead and do a break here and give out some awards. right, here we go. The girls 100 butterfly, event number 11. In lane 1, Veronica Cervantes. Number 2, Taylor Scott. Lane 3, Haley Sanchez. Lane 4, Phoenix Ward, the senior from North Garland. Lane 5, Claudia Velasco Jimenez. Lane 6, Kathy Wynn from Rowlett. And lane 7, Jenna Aria. The girls 100-yard butterfly.
And I think we're going to have a pretty close race here between Phoenix Ward and Claudia Velasco Jimenez. Let's see. Jaime.
Yeah, they are right neck and neck. Of course, they've got a long ways to go.
Exactly. Claudia in the lead for now, but Phoenix only 0.4 seconds behind her.
Phoenix Ward is, I believe, going to be going to Wichita Baptist when she graduates. She gets a great push off the wall and makes up a little time there.
No, she really did have a really strong open turn. You know, sometimes on that open turn you can get fooled into thinking, oh, I should take a breath here, but that breath just slows you way down. But it looks like Claudia really held out.
She did it. Saxe first, North Garland second.
New best times for both ladies, though. Amazing time drop. The crowd is going wild because they really dropped a lot of time.
Yeah, Haley Sanchez for third and Kathy Wynn for fourth. We'll get right into the boys 100-yard butterfly. In lane 1, that'll be Nathan Huang. Lane 2, Marcus Mendoza. Lane 3, Tristan Harris. Lane 4, Augusta Fredell. Lane 5, Brylan Lewis. Lane 6, Evan Wilson. Lane 7, Aiden Bell from Garland.
Wow, Augustin Fredell being a freshman with a 52-second 100 butterfly.
Yeah, 52.99. That is amazing for a freshman.
Definitely giving Division I potential there. That is amazing. Just a good, strong, relaxed butterfly is what I like to see. You know, his feet kicking those heels up right at the end and arms are just gliding on top of that water. It looks great.
Yeah, and he looks like he gets a real good turn. Robin Lewis right on his heels, though.
Exactly.
He's the junior from Saxe. Of course, they're teammates and probably trained together.
Oh, he just looked right at him.
Yeah, they're looking right at each other. They know exactly where they're at. Oh, yes, lane 4, lane 5, and lane 3. So you got Augustus Fredell, Bravin Lewis, and Tristan Harris. Nice job right there by the swimmers. We'll go to event number 13. They're getting right ready for it. So girls 100-yard freestyle. And you love the freestyle. This is lane 2, Alma Coriano. Lane 3, Avano. 4, Elizabeth Erola. Lane 5, Julia McCoy. Lane 6, Hannah Solomon. Lane 7, Nia Henriguez. That'll be the first heat of 2.
Well, we had a little bit of a delayed start in lane 3 from, I believe it's Ava No, but really recovered it quickly. Look at that. You basically can't even tell that she went a little bit late at all.
Julia McCoy has the lead, but everybody else is right at her feet. This is where you have to separate, right here in the middle of this race.
And you know, I'm really impressed with all these ladies because nobody took a breath right into the wall. And I feel like that was one of our worst as high schoolers then. Coach Wiggins likes to do something called 66, where he makes you do 6 dolphin kicks off the walls and 6 strokes before you take a breath, because when you take that breath right out of the wall, you lose all of that wall speed.
Oh, wow. So much endurance and discipline to be able to do that. It does look like Julia McCoy will finish first. Elizabeth Areola and Evan No.
Ava No with a time drop despite the delayed start.
I mean, she was cooking.
Exactly, she was ready to race.
Heat number 2, they are getting ready to go, and that'll be lane 1, Miriam Toney. Lane 2, Jalen Ruiz. Lane 3, Madison Gallegos. Lane 4, Stefani Frioni. Lane 5, Chloe Hedgecock. Lane 6, Alejandro De Leon Garcia. Lane 7, Katie Wynn. 8, Olivia Aubert. Oh, got a false start there.
Unfortunately, she might be disqualified. We'll see if they let her
that's
race.
Stephanie Florina, which had the best time coming into the prelims, a sophomore out of Saxe.
You know what? She still had a beautiful dive. I'm really impressed for her to just get out of her head immediately and get back into it. It's great. But to be honest with you, we'll see if they decide to let the time count or not. Yeah,
I don't know if she was up on there getting ready, or did she fall in trying to get up on to the diving pad?
Yes, and unfortunately I had the headphones on, so I'm not sure if it was before or after the long whistle, and that'll kind of decide if she's disqualified or not. But still doing an amazing race here. Went out in the 27:15.
It's a tight race between Stephanie Florina and Chloe Hedgecock. Stephanie is going to pull it out and touch the pad first.
And then in lane 2 and 3, we also have Jaylene Ruiz and Madison Gallegos really fighting for that position. Pretty neck and neck over there. They're almost in sync with their strokes.
It looks like lane 6 pulls out number 3 from North Garland, Alejandro De Leon Garcia. We'll see what the final results are, if they do disqualify her or not. It would be a shame.
With 2 best times on the board, I would be very upset.
Yeah, it's very tough for somebody. All right, here we go. We're going to go and get ready for the event number 14, the 100 boys 100 freestyle. In lane 2, Roge Villa. 3, Noah Seneschal. Lane 4, Joshua Mendoza. Lane 5, Sebastian. Lane 6, Sean Rush. And that will be heat number 1. Joshua Mendoza doing really a nice job here, pulling away from the pack.
He's got a good, nice, strong, steady kick, and he's not breathing too often. I think I've only seen him take, that was maybe his 3rd breath on this lap.
That's where you make up all your time, keeping your head underwater, swimming strong.
It really does make that difference.
Yeah, he doesn't come up just one time right there. He's not coming up till the very end.
And we've got lane 2 as an outside Roge Villa.
So his best time right there was 1:00.79 for Joshua Mendoza. Heat 2, we have lane 1, Derek Thomas. Lane 2, Peyton Nolan. 3, Joshua De Leon Garcia. Lane 4, Landon Den. Lane 5, Alexander Kirkland. 6, Emilio Arevella. Lane 7, Sean Tran. Lane 8, Derek Pendleton. 50:62 is the best time in prelims from Saxe with Landon Den in lane 4.
And it's going to be a close call for that second place. Both of the gentlemen having a 54 seed time.
It's all about the endurance. You've got to be able to stay with your head underwater and just keep pushing on that third and fourth lap.
Alexander Kirkland really trying to chase him down. He's watching him.
It's the sophomore against the senior.
A beautiful flip turn from Landon Den, kind of pushing him to that front place position. It's going to be hard to chase him down after that turn, honestly. It was a really good turn, really good kick off the wall.
Landon Den.
Still a best time for Alexander Kirkland, though.
Yeah. His best time before was 57.75.
Also a new best time for Jose De Leon Garcia, third place, 54.44.
They really pushed some time off of there. Everybody really doing well on that race. Event number 15, girls 500-meter freestyle. In lane 1, Nadia Robles. Number 2, Isabella Dyer. Lane 3, Taylor Scott. Lane 4, Sophia Ramirez, a junior for Saxe. Lane 5, Kaylee Train. Lane 6, Novella Elmore. And lane 7, Sophia Brambilla. This is 500-yard freestyle. I mean, this is one of endurance here.
And you know, the craziest thing about the 500 is that in high school, it's the fastest of, or the longest of the races. But in club, which most of these kids honestly are club swimmers, it's still considered a sprint. So you have to find that balance of, oh, I have to be going for 500 yards, but also I'm supposed to be sprinting this whole way. So you'll notice a lot of them have a good, strong kick right now. We'll see maybe towards the middle more people going into a stutter kick. Yeah. And then at the end, we'll see another bring it home strong kick.
And so that the people that are watching, how do they know how do they lose count or of how many laps they've went or how many times they went back and forth in the water?
Yeah, so if you'll look towards the end there, when they go back towards the other lap, on the side where they're not flipping where the diving boards are, you'll see there's actually counters on the other side. So they'll count up by odd numbers on the laps, and then it'll go 17 and then red. So there's 20 laps in the 500 freestyle. When they get to 17, they have 100 left. Red, it's your last lap, let's get it done.
Okay.
And then also we'll see a bell come out. A bell will ring for the fastest swimmer on their last 50. So on this side where the diving boards are, an official will come and ring the bell.
And so they can hear that and they know when to kick it in. That's how far they've got to go.
Exactly. You know, getting the bell is kind of one of the best feelings when you swim the 500 free. It's basically all I would go for. I'd be like, I just need the bell. You know, you could pass me the last lap, but I need the bell.
Yeah, absolutely. and you know, it's one of those things in the 500. You've really got to pace yourself, and you want to get out to a nice start. But then again, you don't want to be burned out and not be able to finish it and have somebody come back and catch you there at the end. So.
Exactly. My coach used to say, Coach Wiggins used to say, go hard that first 125. So that first 5 laps, everybody else is going to go hard the first 4. Just take it hard a little bit longer. And then everybody else is going to start picking it up again on that last 100. You want to pick it up that last 200.
Yeah,
so
you got to have that kick.
Exactly. So 125 hard, 175 build, and then 200 full out sprint as hard as you can go is what Coach Wiggins likes to coach. So I'm hopeful we'll see some of that technique today with some of these ladies.
It's all fun and games when you're saying it. It sounds good, but can you actually do that?
Exactly. I know that last 200, you're saying, oh, I'm totally sprinting 200, but you know, you tell yourself you're sprinting and you just kick as hard as you can and you pretend it's a sprint sometimes.
Well, I mean, especially when you're running, when you're swimming in a district championship meet, you're already hyped up a little more than normal, like you've seen all throughout the races. Everybody's beating their personal best by 1 or 2 seconds. So that means you're kicking it harder. And so now when you get a 500-yard dash, you really got to be careful and stay your pace and be disciplined about it.
Exactly, and that's why we've all definitely been victims of the gassed, like I got so gassed, but what they do actually sometimes, I'll have to watch on this next lap, sometimes what the counters will do is that people will aim for a pace. So let's go, for example, Sophia Ramirez on the last 50, she went a 36.21. On this 50, she's going to 36.49. So her goal is probably, I want to hold 36 seconds for all those middle laps. So the counter will either shake it up and down for, hey, let's go faster, or sometimes they'll shake it side to side for, you're right on pace, stay on pace type of thing.
Oh, there you go. Little education for us.
Let's see. Sophia Ramirez about to gain a lap on everyone. She's doing amazing. Good strong kick, steady kick the whole way. We've seen some of the other swimmers, they have started going into that stutter kick feeling of, I'm gonna kick every time I take a breath, I'll kick through that breath. 36.22 on this last 50 from Sophia Ramirez, so definitely holding that 36-second pace.
Just so smooth. She's still keeping her head underwater for so many strokes. You see a lot of the other coming up every time for a breath of air, every stroke, and you can see her, she's going 3-4 strokes without coming up for air.
at 36-33, I'm just like, you know, when you can see somebody holding that consistent pace within that half a second, that's when you know they've been practice. They just drill those distance freestyle events. They know what speed they need to be going, how they need to hold it to get their new best times. And I'm hopeful we'll see a new best time from her tonight. I believe we will, honestly. And that's that bell I was telling you about.
There you go, the bell's ringing. You know she's gonna have to start kicking it. And then when you see on her turn on the other end, you'll see the red flag that they're gonna put into the water.
And then Taylor Scott in lane 3, her cap is sliding off. I believe that's making a difference on her right there. Cap is sliding back, she's having to put her head up just a little bit more for those breaths to keep that cap on. Sophia Ramirez kicking it in a hard drive. Is she gonna go under 6 minutes? Maybe. Make it a sub
10
6
seconds.
minutes.
She does.
It ends with
nice.
a 34.06, so that means she just negative split that 100. So what a negative split is when they go out slower than they come back. So she went out that one in a 36, came back in a 34. Really an impressive time.
Yeah, very nice. We've got her at a 5:53. And her qualifying number was 6:17, so you can see she really knocked almost 25 seconds off of her time. Lane 3 just finishing, that's Taylor Scott.
Oh, lane 5 lost her goggles.
Oh, that's so tough.
Kaylee Trang, no goggles for a 500. Oh, not even on her neck or anywhere. They're lost in the pool for sure then.
That's Kaylee Trang there for Lakeview Centennial.
Would you believe one time I lost my goggles on 1,000 freestyle? And
Oh, it's time to go to the bottom and grab it.
no, the whole team would just have to yell to me what number we were on because I was like, oh, I can't see it all.
Oh my goodness. Did you have to open your eyes in the water?
Well, I did, but my glasses are so thick, so even opening my eyes and looking, I
Yeah,
still
you
need my
can't see.
prescription because
Oh.
my goggles were prescription as well.
Oh my.
Let's see, they might send her to grab her goggles if they'll give her a chance.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and event 16 is the boys 500-yard freestyle, and we're going to go. Oh, I see. Yeah, we've got in lane 1, Nadia Nobles. She
You know, it happens more often than you would think where we accidentally do an extra lap. Even though we have the counters, you kind of get in your own world and you just go and you do your own lap. But they'll still count the time that your feet hit the wall on your last lap as your official time.
Oh, very good. So, okay, let's go to boys 500-yard freestyle. Lane 2, it's Austin LaFlame. Lane 3, Bowden Grabish. Lane 4, Augustus Friedel. Lane 5, Ricky Roman. Lane 6, Jonathan Rodriguez. And lane 7, David Castro. Augustus Friedel, I mean, he went half the pool without coming up for water, for air.
I noticed earlier he did that as well in a relay. He has those good underwaters almost at that 15-meter marker. For those of you new to swimming and you don't know, you're not allowed to kick out past that second yellow double marker in the pool. So coming off of either wall, it's not the first one, but the second one. So underwater, you're actually completely faster than you are above water. So they try to minimize the amount we would do that. Otherwise, the 50 free would just be
all underwater.
Exactly.
Augusta Friedel in lane 4. Now we've seen him. He is the freshman from Saxe. He had the best prelim time of 5:11. We've seen him in a couple of other races, like the boys 100-yard butterfly. where he came in first as well. And his preliminary time on that was a 52.99. So he's one of the better swimmers as a freshman. Has a great opportunity to keep going, you know, as sophomore, junior, senior, and lead the Saxe Mustangs.
And the way he's swimming this nice and tall with that every other breaststroke tells me that he definitely trains distance more exclusively.
Yeah, you can see he really reaches for it when he pulls underwater.
Yeah, a bit of a gallop almost.
Uh-huh. $31.62
And he went
for that split.
31.8 on the last one, so definitely trying to hold that 31 pace.
He's actually getting faster. See how far he stays underwater before he comes up.
And I see Ricky Roman in lane 5. He's going to be competing against lane 3 over there, Bowden Grossbirch, for that place.
Yeah, so what's the water temperature like? How do you warm your legs up? You jump in this water. How does that work?
You know, we have about an hour to warm up before meets start, and every pool is different. We'll say, oh, this is fast water, this is slow water, and what that really translates to is this water is the perfect temperature for me, or this water is way too hot. It's actually worse for you when the water is hot. You kind of overheat really quickly, especially for these distance swimmers. Swimming a 500 in a 82-degree pool is going to feel very, very different than swimming a 580-degree pool, and it is that 2-degree difference. You can feel it. I even was making a joke the other day. I actually work as a bone marrow transplant nurse now, and we thaw the bags. I was putting my hand in the water, and I was like, you know, I feel like I know exactly what temperature this water is from being a swimmer. So we try to keep it in that 80 range. It's almost kind of best. I think at swim meets they might even turn it down just a slight bit. Yeah, it might be at that 78, 79 range. So you just want to make sure that you're staying warmed up, though. So in that other pool down there, there's a warm up and warm down pool where they can also switch out between events, because that warm up you do at 4 p.m. is not going to help you on the 500 free at let's see, 6:22 p.m. Yeah, so that's why you'll see also some of these ladies have their parkas, their warm up coats. You kind of want to stay in that middle ground of this is the temperature that the water is going to be. I don't want to get too warm, but I also don't want to get too cool. But I really like this natatorium because, you know, Coach Wiggins is very involved in the maintenance type of thing and everything like that, because we have to fight to get this pool. So he's definitely made sure that it's really, really nice to swim in. Feels good.
There you go. You hear the bell and you see the red flags going in under the water on the turnaround. This is where they got to kick it in. You want to be your best time that you've ever had, and do you want to represent your district? Rick Roman, 33.26 on that split.
And I believe we might just touch at a best time. Yes. Just a best time, 5:11.05.
Riddell Augustus there for Saxe, 5:11.05. Very nice race. It's like Rick Roman's coming in. He touches the wall from North Garland. He had a 5:33.37. And Bowden Grobisch, a 5:39 for Saxe. That'll be your first, second, and third place finishers.
Castro here in lane 7. Looks like he's about to have a massive time drop. I'm excited to see it. Seed time of a 7-minute. It's going to be well under 6:30 here. But that a 40-second time drop in lane 7 from David Castro.
Yeah, the freshman from Rowlett. I mean, you've got to give a lot of credit to that. He looked at, I just saw him look at his time, and he can't believe it himself.
That feeling right there, that lay back in the water is kind of the best.
Yeah, there he is in lane 7. He's just like, yes, look at that time. So it's not always about winning first or second. It's also about beating your personal best.
Exactly.
Nice job.
We are our biggest competition in swimming.
All right, we're going to go into the girls' 200-yard freestyle relay. And this is the relay. And so in lane 3, you're going to have North Garland. And it's going to be started out by Hannah Solomon. In lane 4, you're going to have Saxe, starting out with Peyton Ross. Lane 5 is Lakeview, Sydney Shelton. And lane 6 is Garland with Ava No.
I was looking at the deck right there, and there was a lot of the Garland swimmers, the girls Garland relay interacting with the boys North Garland relay, and that's what I really like about swimming. It's like, although we're on our own teams and we compete on our own for relays, we're pretty much an individual sport, so we can all respect each other as swimmers, and I really love to see it.
Well, do they have a separate swim coach for each high school, or do they all come here and have the same coach?
They all come here, and they should be split in between 4 coaches. So there's the 3 head coaches. There's Coach Stacy, Coach Dan, and Coach Wiggins. And then new addition Chris Brown is coaching here. Swam in college. He was amazing, breaking a lot of records at his school. He also swam for Richardson High School, swam for the city of Richardson. And most of these kids are also core city of Richardson swim team swimmers, and he's their coach there as well.
That's very interesting little tidbit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a local to the area, coming here and coaching for Garland ISD.
Coach Dan is also a core coach. So, some of these kids, they come in the morning, they have Coach Dan or Coach Chris, and then they come in the afternoon and they have them again.
That's right.
And I really think that's why we get to see so much improvement in these kids doing so well.
Yeah, you get the perspective of 2 different coaches that have great accolades in themselves, and it's just been very nice to see all of the kids coming into this program. It's amazing.
Wow, that was a beautiful relay start in lane 6.
Yeah, and you can see right here at the right where everybody's jumping in, you have the UIL overseeing every move that these kids make, making sure there's no false starts. They're just right here on it. Looks like lane 4 has now finished. And boy, there is a tight race right here for lanes 3 and 6.
Wow, very tight race for the podium right there. 0.11 seconds, 0.21 seconds. It's really that finger, that kick, that breath.
Yeah, who got 3rd versus 4th? I mean, it is just really, really close. But it looks like Saxe wins the relay. Rowlett comes in 2nd, and it looks like North Garland in 3rd place. Get ready for the men's. 200-yard freestyle relay. It's going to be lane 3, North Garland with Brendan Garcia starting it out. Saxe in lane 4 with Jonathan Rodriguez. And lane 5 is Garland with Derek Thomas.
And the officials are right there because it's actually really easy to disqualify on the relay here because you can actually take 2 steps up on the relay, unlike the normal flat starts. On the relay start, you start with 1 foot back, you step up to the edge, and then you jump. Let's see if these guys are going to do it here. You'll follow them with their hands, follow them all the way in, and then 1 step, 2 step jump, 1 step, 2 step jump. Right there.
Yeah, and she was watching every one of them.
Exactly.
It's so easy to just jump a little early as well, and that UIL referee is just watching everybody pretty close. We haven't seen anything outstanding yet. There's been no false starts that I've seen.
Exactly. And that's why I really like that these teams, they probably practice with each other so often because a little bit of it is anticipating when you're going to touch, you know? But then if someone's like, oh, I'm going to take a breath right there at the end.
Yeah, then you jumped early.
It's all off, exactly.
This is a very close race. It looks like lane 3, North Garland is winning this right now. Second and third is just a fingertip away from each other. It's very close.
And this is when a lot of strategy goes into play. You know, you got to make sure you're seating your relay correctly. Do you want an anchor that's going to come bring it home? Do you want your second place person to actually be a big sprinter and get you all that lead?
That's right. Looks like Saxey's bringing it in.
Braven Lewis, an amazing anchor for that relay there with a 22.85. That's actually faster than I think any of the 50 free times we got today. That's amazing.
Outstanding. Saxey 1, North Garland 2, and Garland bringing in third place right there. Great job by those athletes. All right, we'll be right back on GRS TV. All right, welcome back to GRS TV. Hope you enjoyed that award ceremony. Event 19, girls 100-yard backstroke. Layla's favorite of the events. Lane 2, Alma Corneo. Lane 3, Emily George. Lane 4, Anita Dempsey. Lane 5, Kathy Wynn. 6, Savannah Mullins. And 7, Sophia Brambola. And it is your favorite because that's what you set the record for in North Garland, right?
That is true. I do have the North Garland 100 back record, and that is actually how I met Anaya here in lane 4. We both swam for Core, and they were doing a big sister, little sister program once, and they were like, she likes backstroke, you like backstroke, hang out.
And you taught her how, and now she's competing for a district championship here in lane.
Just a nice, strong, smooth backstroke from her there.
Is she going to beat your record? Are you kind of worried? What are you thinking here?
You know, she went out in a 30.74. If she can come back in under 32, she definitely will.
So you're rooting for her, but not quite, right?
Exactly. Well, I can freely root for her because luckily she does not go to North Garland High School, too.
There you go. So she can't take your stance away, right?
So I would love it. I'd actually be super happy for her. Let's see. And you know, one thing about backstroke, you haven't really gotten to see them today, is they have a beautiful finish. Normally you dive back for it. Nice finish in the water with the backstroke. 104.39.
Very nice.
Yes.
104.39 for
Good
the
swim.
victory. Yeah, beautiful.
And we've got a new best time from Emily George there, 113 from a 115.
Yeah, so that would be in lane 3 for Saxy. And lane 5, Kathy Wynn at a 40.42 to take 3rd place.
And I'm excited to see this sub 1 minute 100 back from Braven Lewis in lane 4 in this men's heat.
Yeah, we got the backstroke, 100-yard backstroke for the men's. And lane 2, Clint Terry. 3, Brendan Garcia. 4, Braven Lewis. Number 5, Marcus Mendoza. Lane 6, Nathan Hong. And lane 7, Xander Wynn.
I'm really, really hoping to see a nice, beautiful underwater from lane 4, Braven Lewis. With that sub 1 minute time, I bet he has a good, strong kick out on this wall.
Yeah, his seat time was 58.66, sub 1 minute, as you said. And we'll just see how. I wonder if the water is fast water tonight or is it slow water.
No, that was a really good start in lane 5 from Marcus Mendoza there. Did a really long, good underwater. Let's see, these walls here are really going to make or break it between these two gentlemen. And you know, backstroke is so hard on the thighs doing that kick right there. Good.
They look at that flag, they know kind of they've only got 2 strokes left to hit the wall, and they turn right there at the edge, touch the wall, and kick off. And
yes, that is actually exactly how it works. That's what the flags are even there for. So they are 5 meters out from the wall, and you do your stroke count from there. So for me, it was 4 strokes of backstroke, 1 stroke freestyle hit the wall. And you know, you'll notice too, if you're a little bit too far from the wall, we do what we call a Spider-Man, where we just do the slowest moving pull down, because once the arm is down, if it's more than a second delay, you actually get disqualified for that. Beautiful race from these guys.
Yeah, we'll say Braven Lewis comes in first, Marcus Mendoza second, and we're going to go Brendan Garcia in third. So you got Saxy, North Garland, and North Garland.
And I can see Marcus Mendoza looking to find out if he went sub 1 minute on this 100 back here. The board's not updated. I'm sure the timers are discussing it.
I'm sure he did, because Sydney Shelton was a 59.15.
It's definitely going to be close. I'm excited to see those results a little bit later.
All right, girls 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 1, Brooklyn Dalton. Lane 3, Crystal Pacheco. Lane 3, Claudia Velasco Jimenez. Lane 4, Sydney Shelton. Lane 5, Sophia Bonin. Lane 6, Peyton Ross. Lane 7, Hazina Masui from Garland.
You know, Sydney Selton, that was our Howard University from earlier. She just has such a nice, strong breaststroke. I feel like when she pulls up, she gets her chest out pretty high and forces all of that water back down. But Claudia Valesco Jaimes is going to give her a run.
Yeah, Sydney Shelton, as we did say, Howard University has been watching her, and she will swim for them when she goes up to college.
And Sydney Shelton just had a really good open turn there. I really want you guys to pay attention on this next one. She just touches the wall and will turn really laterally low in the water. She doesn't pull too high out right there. Perfect open water turn.
Just staying underwater as much as you can so you keep that resistance
exactly
from splashing up on you and losing seconds.
Exactly. Low to the wall. It looks so good.
There you go. Now you got to kick it here. Very strong finish.
New best times for both of these ladies in lane one in first and second.
So you're going to get Sydney Shelton, Claudia Valesco Jimenez, and Sophia Bonin from Saxe. So you got Lakeview Centennial and 2 Saxe, 3 Saxe.
Best times in all lanes, it looks like. That was really amazing. And you know, really the difference between first and second there was not whose breaststroke was faster. It was actually came down to Sydney Shelton having really amazing walls and underwater pullouts.
Great finish. Boys 100-yard breaststroke. Lane 1, Alexander Tren. Lane 2, Austin LaFlame. Lane 3, Sean Tran. Lane 4, Wesley Bender. Lane 5, Landon Wynn. Lane 6, Emilio Arvela. Lane 7, Joshua Mendoza. Lane 8, Sebastian Perez. Wesley Bender in lane 4. He's the sophomore from Rowlett. Lane 5 and a quick right behind him, Landon Wynn from North Garland.
And like I was saying earlier, I just love the way the cheers sound on breaststroke. They can really time it with the strokes right there, and they can really hear them.
Yeah, they're rooting for him.
Oh,
you can hear him
wow.
go.
That was an amazing pullout in lane 5 from Landon Wynn.
He stayed underwater for so long.
Yes, let's see what he can do with this wall. Will this be what defines first or second right here? Possibly. Let's see.
Both did a great job right there.
That was good. I feel like Wesley Bender definitely saw Landon Wynn on that last one and said, I have to pull the best pullout I've ever done, and he really did it. That was a great race on both of them.
There you go. So Wesley Bender, then Landon Wynn, and Sean Tran. So you have Rowlett, North Garland, and Rowlett getting the first, second, and third place finish. Great race by all, though. I mean, everybody was really close, within seconds of each other. But a 109 is what's going to get the win there. We'll be right back on GRS TV right after the awards ceremony. Welcome back, GRS TV. We have the award ceremony, and now we're back to the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. We'll have the girls and the boys on the next two events. Lane number 3 will be North Garland with Phoenix Ward starting out. Lane 4 was Saxe with Sophia Ramirez starting. And lane 5, Lakeview with Chloe Hedgecock. Best prelim time is 4:08 by Saxe.
All of them have just such a strong, good kick. I love to see that whitewater on a freestyle event like this, especially a sprint.
Yeah, it's really nice. They're all just going as fast as they can at this point because it is a relay. And you want a real strong starter. And then in your fourth, you probably want your best sprinter.
Yeah, it's different for everybody, but almost the standard, I would say, is that people like to do the fastest is fourth, and then first is second, and then third, and then second. It's kind of how it goes. So
either
4,
first
1,
or
3, 2, yeah. But, you know, sometimes Coach Wiggins especially used to like to switch it up where he would actually stack, like, fastest, just fastest.
Yeah, just try to get out and beat everybody and then let your slower racer finish it off.
Exactly.
A lot of that has to do with your mental fortitude. Like, if you're behind and you start racing, then you just never catch up. But if you're always ahead of everybody, then those other people that are a little slower, they can
hold out.
They can hold out, yeah. Lane 5 is Lakeview, and they are in first right now, followed by Saxe and North Garland. This is the girls' 400-yard freestyle relay. The 29-95 split. A good push off that wall.
Oh, wow. That was great.
Wow, Saxe gets a great push off that back wall. Comes out ahead.
I believe that might be our Anaya, our 100 backstroker from earlier, and it was. Great last lap from Anaya. Emotional earlier during the award ceremony. I believe this might be her last race with her friends here before regionals as a senior.
Sophia Bonin there, she is really opening it up, really taking a really substantial lead in that lane 3, or lane 4, excuse me. .33.57 split for lane 3 there. Claudia Valesco Jimenez jumps in for Saxe.
And with an amazing start. Great dive, a great underwater. She just looks so strong as she popped up there. And I love that red suit, honestly.
It makes her look fast, like
exactly.
fire.
It's like the don't get a red car myth here. I feel like she's doing great.
Yeah. You got to get a ticket now.
Exactly.
You go so fast. Oh, great turn right there.
Not only did she look fast, she's going fast. Out in the 27.9. We'll definitely have a sub 1 minute 100 free from her here.
Sometimes you just feel it. You don't feel tired, you just feel good while you're swimming. That's what it looks like with her right now.
And Sydney Shelton with a 28.43 on her start. So maybe we'll get 2 sub 1 minutes as the anchors in these relays.
Wow.
Amazing.
Saxe.
New best time there, too.
Yeah, 4:04. Sydney Shelton finishing it for Lakeview. 4:16.53.
Another best time here. And I believe we're about to get a best time for North Garland as well. The ladies have really blown me out of the water tonight. I feel like almost every heat I'm seeing best times in the women's events.
Yeah, she hits it 4:29.
So it'll be Saxe, Lakeview, and North Garland for first, second, and third. The boys 400 will be coming up next. Garland's in lane 3 with Alexander Kirkland starting. Saxe is in lane 4 with Peyton Nolan. And North Garland in lane 5 with Jose De Leon Garcia. North Garland, Alexander Kirkland really got a great start in lane 3.
Alexander Kirkland had a beautiful flip turn, really pulled him ahead. And the nice thing about the 100 is he has even another 2 turns right here to really keep trying to pull further and further ahead.
Yeah, he got really close to the wall, so he had a great extension when he pushed off of it. That timing is so important when you get to that wall to know when to turn. Not to turn early, not to turn too late.
Jose De Leon Garcia, though, is really coming strong. I feel like he's had such a steady swim this race.
Wall's been touched.
Wow, out with a 54.25 and a 55.94.
Oh, and it looks like they take the lead. Elizabeth Dyer for North Garland jumps, and Lakeview, for North Garland, Marcus Mendoza gets in and takes the lead.
Marcus Mendoza, our other 100 backstroker from earlier, paying attention. Good.
So that's where you're saying, you know, you get, what do you do, your first or your fourth? Which one do you go first? It looks like Garland sent their very best Alexander Kirkland in first and got a good lead, but, you know, North Garland pulls it down with Marcus Mendoza. They take it.
We also have a Joshua Mendoza in the last leg of this race. I wonder if there's any relation.
Augustus Friedel for Saxe really came on strong in that last lap and actually took the lead. And now it's really close here with Saxe and North Garland. Oh, that turn really changed it right there. Lane 5, Marcus Mendez.
And you know, he touched us right before him. They're really close. Garland was a 27-7 split as well.
Look at that. That is a great number 2.
It's all gonna come down to their anchors here. Alrighty. Oh, wow. Amazing underwater from Landon Den. We've been seeing good underwaters all night from Landon Den.
Yeah, he was till the half of the, he was completely in the half of the lane before he comes up.
And he is our Southwestern University swimmer here.
Well, you see why. I mean, he is just really pushing it, gliding through the water.
Out in a 24.9.
Wow. 4 seconds better than his competitor in lane 5. Look how long he stays underwater, and he doesn't come up. Like you said, he keeps his head underwater for that first stroke, picking up extra time. And he's going to hit it at 3:38. Excellent job there. 3:48 for North, and Garland at 3:55. All 3 teams amazing.
Really great races tonight, this evening. They were good to watch, and I love to watch them.
This is Garland ISD is in this natatorium has just been completely amazing, and this facility is wonderful. It's great for the community. I know that they're also teaching grade school kids how to swim in this place, and It's just been a really cool feature. Sitting right out here in Rowlett, right off of Firewheel Parkway and George Bush Freeway. And this place is amazing. It's got over 30 lanes that you can swim in. I think it holds over 1,200 people to sit and watch in the stadiums. Just an amazing place here. And we're going to go into our awards, and we will be right back with GRS TV. Welcome back to GRS TV. We're the award ceremony. We're going to give the UIL District 9-6A District Championship Award. For the girls, it's going to be Garland Saxe with 240 points, followed by North Garland with 86 points, Lakeview Centennial 85. So that rounds out your 1, 2, and 3.
Wow, 86 versus 85. That one was a close call
Very
there.
close. One little bit of a race right there, a fingernail finish, and that would have been the difference there. And the Garland Owls get 4th place with 36, and the Rowlett Eagles pull down with 2 points. So it'll be Saxe Mustangs, North Garland, and Lakeview Centennial.
Yeah, go Raiders. You know I'm biased as
Yeah.
North Garland.
North Garland Raiders there. So a great finish for the 9-6A District Championship. You can see them. There's a proud group of young ladies there, and I tell you, it's the endurance and being on a team sport like this with the camaraderie and the teamwork and the work ethic. There's so many things that go into this. Pushing through pain, getting up at those 4 a.m. early morning practices, getting dressed to go to school, exhausting day, and so these girls are well deserved.
You know, most of these kids, they go to practice in the morning. They have that 2-hour morning practice. Then they have their 8 hours of school. And then they have 2-hour evening practice as well. So then they do that Monday through Friday, and then probably have a 3-hour Saturday practice.
Yeah, or a meet or something.
Yes, exactly. Probably in the pool about 25 hours a week. Small part-time job.
Yeah, they are in shape, I can tell you that. Welcome back, GRS TV, and we're going to show you the boys' team score. For Garland Rowlett Eagles, they pulled in 13 points. Naaman Forest, 23 points. The Garland Owls with 119. And they will take 3rd place, the Garland Owls with 119 points. North Garland, the Red Raiders pull in 128 to take 2nd. In the grand finale, the Saxe Mustangs with 139 points to get 1st place in the district championship here. North Garland 2nd place, Garland Owls 3rd, Naaman Forest 4th, Rowlett Eagles 5th.
And you know, it's so wild to see Saxe doing so amazing because, you know, when I was in high school 5 years ago, there was no Saxe team. We only had Garland and North Garland offering swim. So it's really amazing what this natatorium has brought and how many opportunities it has for all these young swimmers. Who knows how many probably passed by when I was in school that we never even got to see them.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And like our superintendent said, Dr. Lopez, he sees in the future that, you know, somebody's going to be going to the Olympics or to a national team out of this gym here, either through the school district or just practicing something. But he's hoping that, you know, an Olympian will come out of this natatorium. So it's been a wonderful night here. This natatorium's been great. Congratulations to Saxe Mustangs for the girls and their boys winning the district championship. And for Bobby George and Layla Atuma, I just want to say thank you. You've done a great job tonight. And the GRS TV, the group here, the cameramen, all the things they've done. It's just been a wonderful event tonight. Thank you, GRS TV. Layla, you got anything to say to
No, I'm
to
just
end
grateful for the opportunity to be here. I'm glad I got to watch so many amazing swims, and it's been so nice chatting with y'all.
So from Bobby George and Layla Atuna at GRS TV, have a good night. God bless.